Good morning and welcome back to Starting Monday. This is the lovely Shami.
And this is my friend Noreen.
So here we are on this absolutely gorgeous sunny Monday morning. We've both been busy this morning. I've been to the gym, I bet you've been out running.
Yes.
She's been out running. And so we're fired up for Monday. We've got a busy day ahead, so we're here actually around midday, which makes a change.
Yes.
Anyhow, listen, I just think it's been rather nice this weekend, actually, Shami, because there's been quite a lot in the media around women's things. And we've been getting quite a bit of airtime, which is
it's nice.
Lovely.
It's nice to be able to see and hear.
Lots of connection about stuff that
affects us.
Exactly. So yesterday, I think it was World Menopause Day. And actually there was
deep breaths.
I know, deep breaths. So I think it should be men on pause, actually. Just like, because I know, it's them, isn't it, really?
I really love that, men on pause, because that's what we are.
I know. So anyway, but actually, we have spoken about it briefly before, and in all seriousness, you know.
You made me really
sorry,
men on
but there are so many symptoms of menopause, and you think you're the only person that's going through it.
You know what? This is amazing to laugh so much.
Are you okay? I think she's going to fall off the stool.
Right, go on, let's carry on. Right.
So yes, I think it's just good to see these things actually aired on television, because sometimes you think that you're the only person going through something. I don't know whether I've had menopausal symptoms or not. I have no clue. Maybe people around me would say that I have. But you know,
and there's so many symptoms. There's about my friend said to me about 666, and I said, "Oh my God, I must have about 9."
Yeah. Well, and think about it. Like, if
everything that changes, isn't it?
It does. And if you think for any reason that you are just not quite the person that you were before, then at least just wave that little menopause flag and just think, I wonder if it might be that. And do some of your own research and get in touch with the GP.
And you know what, with menopause, I remember I worked with a lady and she was a nurse.
Yeah.
And she became allergic to wheat.
In her menopause.
Bizarre. Bizarre. So it's not just the it's a lot of things that your body goes through, and it needs more. It's amazing that they're actually doing it, because it's not just for us, for our girls.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there was also another thing about endometriosis, which is another female disease, which basically means that womb-like tissue grows in other parts of the abdomen, around the fallopian tubes and ovaries, and it can be really, really painful. And unfortunately, you know, the average time that a woman can suffer with that is 8 years, and
that's a long time. It's severe pain.
It is for some people. It shows itself differently, but they've actually managed to get the government to have a little listen to this and actually put some money into some more research and development for those who suffer with it. So that's really good news. So,
excellent news.
So yeah, that was good. I mean, you know, I'm pretty sure that if women ran the world, we would have sorted this out a very long time ago. I'm talking about being a womanist again, but actually it's pretty low down on the list of
it is on the agenda, and women really, come on, we hold you guys up.
We got to fight for ourselves.
We keep society going.
Yeah,
excuse me.
Yeah, it's really hard right now, you know, and we were just sitting here talking about, you know, there's been lots of news this weekend about what's happening in the world, and we were just saying again how important it is to have some positivity, and we like to do that through things like positive journaling, writing down some stuff that's good for us.
Journaling, it really helps, because it's like when you journal your thoughts,
find the good things that happened that day,
and you know, and what happens is, even if you're feeling bad, journal it, and it's a mirror of your feelings, and then we get on to the next foundational stage of dealing with those feelings. It's coming to terms with your feelings. It is. And it's hard. And like you said earlier, conscious and subconscious, this
coronavirus thing is happening in the background all the time, and sometimes it comes to the front quite a lot. And life's hard already, you know, we know that, but it is a question of finding some time in the day to look in the mirror and just say, it's going to be okay.
I'm good.
We're all going to be okay. And I'm doing what I need to do. And that's the best you can do.
And you know what? It's all the focus on money. I had taken the decision to start. Remember Tempe?
Yeah.
So I went back after Corona and I'm making half the money.
Okay.
And I'm alive though. My children are safe.
Yeah.
My bills will get paid. It's not about, I'm looking forward to 2021.
Yeah.
2021's going to come. This is the end bit of the stage that's the longest feeling.
Let's hope so.
It's just taking that bit of months or whatever.
Hang in there. So again, you know, as we've said before, time and time again, it is about making sure that you've got your routine in your day. I went to see a friend of mine yesterday, and I had spoken to her briefly on the phone, and I thought that's a bit strange that she hasn't just said, "Oh, just come round for a coffee." I thought it was a bit odd, so I just said just to go round anyway. And she was in bed, and I was a bit worried about that. So we, you know, had a chat, and she has actually reached a stage where she's just absolutely terrified to go out.
Right. It's fear, isn't it? It's the chaos of how we move forward from what is being projected on the news.
Yeah. So she's taken all the negative stuff from the television and somehow, what's the word? Made up a story that it's all
defeatist.
As soon as she sets outside the door, she's going to be in trouble.
It's defeatist attitude, isn't it? It is, because there's so much. Don't put the news on in the morning.
Yeah, don't be watching it.
Do your breathing exercise, and like Noreen had just said, it's the affirmation that everything has to be balanced. This is what lockdown has taught me.
Yeah, definitely.
Everything, food, water, has to be good. Sleep has to be good. Yeah. Meditation, I think, never gets much of a shout out. It doesn't, and it is one of the most.
I learned how to do it. You know, if anybody, you know, anyone knows me, will know that I had to work very hard on some meditation just to be able to basically end up leaving the house. I got so anxious and stressful that I had to learn to breathe through stuff, and I had to learn to change the negative messages in my head into positive ones.
So you mentally concentrated on yourself and your fears. You empowered yourself through your fears.
I had, you know, I had some very good instruction, and a very good thing, if you're feeling a bit anxious, is I actually wrote an anxiety diary for some time. Yeah. And I had to write down all the things that I thought were going to happen. Yeah. Why I thought they were going to happen. So for instance, it'd be, what am I worried about? Oh, well, I'm worried about, you know, one of my relatives travelling up north. Well, why am I worried about it? Well, because it's raining. Well, what do you think is going to happen? Well, they're all going to die in a car accident, obviously. In my head, that's what was going to happen. So I would write down a family member travelling, bad weather conditions, car accident. Then I had to write down at the end what actually happened. Nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
Then the next day I would write, so I was writing all these things down, and actually I think my anxiety was a lot to do with menopause. I think that was it.
It does.
Because I started putting lots of negative stuff in my head. I was overthinking stuff, and every tiny thing became a huge drama. Yeah. So eventually, writing my anxiety diary, you realise that at the end of all of your worries, nothing happened, and you began to realise that in itself retrained your brain. Just the ability, just being able to do that. But you know, obviously I had professional help with that, and I'm not saying for anybody out there who's suffering like that to listen to me. You know, find your way with your own clinician and see what they may advise you. But it was a learning thing. It is learning
because everything, a scar takes its time to form, and then you have to heal it. Yeah. And that is the way we are. And you know what I think, and this is what I say, because I do have moments where I think, oh God, this is going on long now. But then you've got to think, you know what, this is teaching me that, it's just teaching me patience.
Live in the moment.
And I just keep on saying, we will get through this. And this morning I woke up and I thought, you know what, I'm going to concentrate on 2021.
There you go. Perfect.
And just look forward to the
forward
future. It's so, don't allow the corona to cripple us at this stage.
Exactly.
We can move forward and align ourselves. Like Noreen said, everything has to have its place in your life.
Yes.
Meditation.
Yeah.
Fitness.
Definitely. And
relaxation.
And actually, this friend of mine, we actually worked through a few things, and she's now booked up a couple of things to do next week.
See, you encouraged her that,
which she feels a bit happier about doing.
Amazing.
So I'm very pleased with
so
that.
you did something really nice.
When she steps outside the door and it's not quite as scary as she thought it was, maybe then she'll feel a bit happier.
And you know what happened to me on Saturday, I finished on this really funny thing. I went to the supermarket, and as I was walking out, there was an old gentleman outside in Costa. And he's drinking his coffee, sitting there drinking his coffee, and I'm looking at him, I'm putting my stuff in the boot, and I smile at him, and he said, "I like you."
Oh.
And I went, and I said, "I think I like you too." He goes, "You know what, this corona's made me realise you only live once, so you want to come over here, darling?"
Oh my God. Well, actually, not a dissimilar thing happened to me on Wednesday. I was in town. Haven't been in Working Town Centre for a long time.
What's it like?
Well, in Working Town Centre, most people are walking around with a hard hat and high vis because everybody's working on the towers.
Oh.
Looking like that. So I was just walking through, and this chap gave me a big wink.
Yes.
And I was like, "Do you know how old I am?" But anyway, it made my day.
Because I said it to him. I go, "How old are you?" He goes, "I've been a few years, I've been collecting my pension, darling." I go, "The older the better, darling."
Oh my goodness me. Anyway, on that very happy note, we wish you a very happy and safe week. And most importantly, just be nice to each other.
And to yourself.
Exactly.
Yes. Take care.
Bye everyone.